These are dangerous times for Ahmad, not his real name. We are protecting his identity for security reasons. Once a US-trained pilot fighting the Taliban, he's been in Istanbul for the last year, waiting for his American asylum application to be processed. He now lives in the shadow of deportation.
I know a couple people that has been deported, and few of them were former military personnel. And the Taliban, they say they have forgiven the former government military personnel, but they haven't. We are hearing the news that they are still looking after them, and they are still getting killed, kidnapped.
Turkey's Presidency of Migration Management says it's deported more than 50,000 Afghans back to Afghanistan by air this year, while another 240,000 were pushed back at the Iranian border or denied entry. A Human Rights Watch report released this month accuses authorities of using coercion and indiscriminately deporting Afghans.
What we're seeing is that these people are generally rounded up in cities, in big police operations, put in removal centres, and then coerced into signing or accepting return voluntarily. The title of the report is "No One Asked Me Why I Left Afghanistan." And that's a summary of the fact that nobody in the report was offered the chance to file a claim for asylum.
The Turkish authorities strongly deny the charge of coercion and say they comply with international standards. Turkey hosts nearly 4 million refugees, mainly Syrians. However, with growing public discontent over refugees and elections due next year, the government fears more refugees.
The new Afghan refugees who are arriving to Turkey, nowadays it's more and more higher than the Syrian refugees who are newly arriving and newly come to Turkey. So the Turkish governments are afraid of new wave of Afghan refugees.
The roundup of Afghans is expected to intensify as elections approach. Authorities also announced many Afghan residence permits in Istanbul aren't being renewed, including Ahmad's. He's expired this month. But Ahmad says his final interview for his asylum application to the United States is only weeks away, offering hope of being reunited with his wife and 4 children.
It's a race against time. So I'm hope to get to the United States because my family is in the United States. I'm scared. Like anytime I'm walking in the street, I'm scared that police may ask for a document and I don't have it. So I may face with the deportation. So I'm very scared of deporting back to Afghanistan.
The coming weeks could decide Ahmad's life, deportation back to Afghanistan and possible death, or the hope of a new life with his family. Dorian Jones for VOA News, Istanbul.